It was about to be another terrible day for the Biden administration. And then Lindsey Graham pulled defeat out of the jaws of victory.
And amen. And boom, shakalaka. Can you give the Lord some praise in here today?
It's been a very bizarre day out there. You're looking at Joe Biden, you're looking at his administration, you're looking at the White House press secretary. They're all talking about how the new numbers for inflation, for the economy are improving, but they're not improving. As a matter of fact, inflation is getting worse, as it has to, because we're still spending money like drunken sailors. And it seems to me that the Biden administration is just content on continuing to straight out lie to the American people. If they say it enough, maybe they think that Americans won't notice the extraordinary prices when they're going to the supermarket or they're going to gas up their car. Biden saying it, but of course, we have seen gas drop by $1.30 across the nation, and Americans are still paying more for gas than they ever did before Biden got in office. It's absolutely insane what we're watching happening to our country because of the Biden administration. And we got the midterm elections just a few months away, and the focus ought to remain on the Biden economy. The focus ought to remain on inflation, on high gas prices, on the open borders that is allowing for fentanyl to come into this country at alarming rates, sex trafficking, people being found dead on farmers' lands, being found dead in the Arizona desert. We're talking about a human catastrophe. The media has done a great job of ignoring it. The nation's not really fully aware of it unless you live in a border state like I do. But all of this is what Americans, or what should I say, Republicans should be focusing on. Now, folks have been saying to me for weeks, hey, you know what? Republicans shouldn't be talking about President Trump. Republicans shouldn't be talking about abortion. These are the issues that are going to get Republicans in trouble. And I'm like, well, Republicans are not really talking about Biden, or I should say Trump, and Republicans are not talking about abortion. My very good friend today said, yes, they are. I'm like, all right, give me a name. Give me one name. This is before Lindsey Graham actually made this, announcement today. But then they said, Lindsey Graham. I'm like, what are you talking about? Lindsey Graham was talking about putting an abortion bill, after 15 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, the only Republicans that are talking about abortion right now, and the only Republicans that are really, really pushing the Trump narrative, the Trump Mar-a-Lago thing, are never Trumpers, are establishment Republicans. And what they're trying to do is sabotage the midterm elections. I don't see the MAGA crowd talking about abortion. I mean, the whole glory of Roe v. Wade being overturned is that it kicked back to the states. So we let the states handle it. Why is Lindsey Graham trying to nationalize it again? And why now? I'll tell you why. Because Lindsey Graham is not a MAGA person. Lindsey Graham is not about making America great again. Lindsey Graham is an establishment uniparty person. Lindsey Graham has never been a friend of President Trump or the Trump administration or the America First agenda. And I do believe that he's out trying to purposefully sabotage the Trump candidate's chance, or I should say Republicans, conservative chances of taking back the House and definitely of taking back the Senate. You've got the uniparty out there who would rather lose and remain in power, remain in the club, than to win and actually have to govern the way we, the people, want them to. And see, this is why they hate Trump, because under the Trump administration, we saw how easy it was to implement these things, even with people constantly attacking you, even with your political opposition trying to destroy you, even with the FBI colluding with the Obama administration to try to take down your administration, even with the media colluding with the Democrats to try to do that. Look at what he got done. And this is the reason why not only do the Democrats want to wipe out Trump, but they want to salt the earth and make sure that no one like him ever comes back. And as much as I respect Ron DeSantis, He's not Trump. What I would like to see is these Trumpian candidates get in and carry out the America First agenda. But we don't have establishment Republicans that want to do that. And we saw one on full display today, Lindsey Graham. You've got Democrats out there right now openly calling for the destruction of the radical wing of the Republican Party. That's what they call us, radical. But they can't point to one radical thing that we do. We're not the violent ones. We're not the ones protesting in front of the Supreme Court justices' homes. We're not the ones that are coming to try to kidnap a Supreme Court justice, torture him, and then kill him. We're not doing that. We're not burning down clinics. We're not doing that. And yet this is what the Biden administration has to do. So in a week where we find out that 30 subpoenas went out against Trump supporters and the FBI are continuing to raid Republicans, conservatives' homes, in the week that we find out we got super duper inflation still going up, we've got an economic catastrophe on the rise, and we have a railroad strike that's threatening to disrupt more supply chains. We're talking about more empty store shelves. And we get a report that inflation is going up. And what's Lindsey Graham talking about? We must stay the course. We must make sure that we ignore the advice of the uniparty, and the next opportunity South Carolina gets, they better get the job done and take out Lindsey Graham. I'm telling you, it's going to be a crazy, crazy couple of months ahead of us, couple of weeks, because the left, they're not going to stop. They don't intend to give up power. We have to make sure that we take it from them through the ballot box. My name is James C. Harris. This is my YouTube channel. I want you to go ahead and subscribe to it and hit that notification bell. We're going to start putting up videos more often. Yeah, because it is time to go. Let's go.